How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Why is it? Why isn't this working? I'm trying to get the webcam on. But we're gonna just might just have to do. Oh, never mind. Perfect. Okay, good. It's better quality now. Just have it set up. Move this away. Have everything there. Hey, Disc Talk. How are y'all doing? Just wait for a few people to get on, and then we're gonna get started. Let me just share this. One second, guys. Let's see how many people on here. 5 are watching. We had a lot more last week. You share this with everybody. No, I'm not gonna invite anybody on this. I just want the space to be just me for this. Let me just invite some people just to watch. I'm not inviting anybody. All right. And I also don't plan to be on here for that long. I only plan to be on here for like an hour, the most, because we're going out later tonight. So that's the plan. Will you be Diz talking? Yes. You already know. All right. Let's just see how many people are on, because StreamYard is they love to get things wrong. So yeah. All right. Let's get started. So the reason I'm doing this again is because last week I had to run early because we had to go out. I'm going out to the mall again today, but it will not be until 7. So that's why I'm doing this now, and we're just getting it out of the way. Where did I put my glasses? I put them right over here. Okay. Let me go for this. All right. So where do I begin? I'm just gonna, talk about everything. Again, for those who forgot, everything that from when I came to now, but I also want to go more in depth with just YouTube in general. So we'll just okay. So YouTube. When did I start being on YouTube? I started being on YouTube, uploading videos in 2011. That is like 12 years ago already, which is unbelievable. And I was uploading videos of just me with a stupid webcam, not like the one I'm using, like obviously the ones that I was using back in like 2011 were horrible in quality, and just all that. Share your last update video on the theme. Oh yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. And I'm gonna give an update here as well. I do have an update for that. I'm sorry, but how can I contact you? I have an Instagram. I'll just give you my Moonwalking Kingdom one. just so it's simple. It's literally moonwalking underscore kingdom. Oh, wow, that's for the birthday, stream that I did another time. Let me just put it all here. Moonwalking dash kingdom, underscore kingdom. That's my Instagram. So yeah, again, I started being on YouTube since 2011. That old channel is still up actually. I don't really want to give it away because it's just so embarrassing. I hate it with a passion. But that was that, and I was doing a bunch of Mario videos. I was doing a bunch of like music videos with like shows on them, and like stuff like that. And then that's what it was. And then I made another channel, which was the main channel that I had around 2011 to late 2012. And then the reason that channel got taken down was because of copyright. Obviously, I was doing a lot of like music videos with like a bunch of shows and them, like cartoons and stuff. And I would use songs that I would get from the YouTube video editor. I remember that. Or remember when that was a thing? Oh my god. I remember that. I remember when YouTube used to have inbox, when you were to just click on the your comments and then boom, that's how you got your comments back then. Now you just get your notification. There's no like separate inbox, and also YouTube used to have a chat feature. This was introduced later though. Um, but yeah, that was introduced a little later, and then I made Joey Tastic back in 2013, and that channel is still up. I'm doing occasional videos on that channel. I have a brand new one coming very soon. It's a good one. It's a very good one. I had a lot of fun filming this video. This was not in the house. I filmed this outside. I was out somewhere. And I also plan on doing another channel for nostalgia, just a bunch of documentary, little mini documentary style videos of me talking about stuff I grew up with, and George's memories I had when all that stuff. I appreciate all the comments, even though we have like only 8 people here. I mean, remember last week I did this. There was like I did I think there was like 20 people last week. Let's see if we could get back to that. But then where mm, mm, boom, boom. One second. Sorry, I'm late. You don't have to be late, man. I'm gonna save this stream anyway. Anyway, let's just dive in. Um, so yeah, I came into the Michael community in 2018. Around the time I was in another fan community around this time. I was in the Super Mario Logan fan community that I left back in 2019. I was in that community from 2016 to 2019, and I was making a bunch of rant videos on my Joey Tastic channel, and those were pretty popular. They weren't like popular like 500,000 views type things. Like I got a decent number of views. I got like at least 50 to 60 people watching them. My comment section was blowing up. I remember making a video about how much I hated one of the characters, and I got a bunch of 8-year-old kids putting in a bunch of threats and saying how they didn't respect my opinion, and all the misspellings that they put in the comments. I wonder how those kids are doing now. I wonder if they, I mean, it's funny because the video still gets comments occasionally because the character of Jeffy is still pretty popular within their fan base. I'm not in it anymore. I don't watch their channel anymore. I've watched their channel from 2008 to 2019 in full. I don't watch their videos anymore. I'm like, I've been done watching their videos, and their community is awful. It is awful, and that's why I left. Now, some people say, okay, if you're complaining about the Michael community, then why are you still here? Um, I'm not here full time. I'm more of like a part time person here in the MJ world because I have such a busy life now. It's now like the fact that I'm growing older. There's so many other things that are mainly my. I mean, there's more things I have to prioritize now that I'm in college, and I'm in school, and well, college and school I'm missing. And I'm in college. I work. I do family stuff outside. I don't got time for this Michael Jackson gig as much as I used to. Um, there is something that I will say, and that the Planet Michael thing is really kicking. The video that I put up about it is at 76 likes, not 75. It's 75, which is I was not expecting that at all. So and just the whole Planet Michael thing is really is like I'm so excited for that. You don't even know. But let's just kind of go in sequence. So like I said, I joined the MJ community back in 2018. Let me close this. I joined it back in 2018. It was very different. I remember people saying, "Oh my god, the fandom was so much better back in 2018," even though people already left it because of how toxic it was. Every fandom is toxic. Let's just be real. I've encountered wrestling fans. They are literally the stupidest people. When they love to compare WWE and AEW. But we'll just have to see what that's But anyway, I don't like them. Yeah, I don't like people that compare things. That's like one thing I mainly bring up when it comes to like artists and music and everything. I have a whole list actually of like every problem I have with the MJ community. I want that to be a separate video though, because this is about my life. Oh yeah, I heard the Star Wars fandom is insane. They are crazy from what I'm hearing. They are nuts. So I'm happy I'm not a part of that community. Um, I wonder how the Harry Potter fans are. I wonder how the actually okay, Beyonce fans are like the worst, so don't even forget it. The Prince fans are terrible too. I mean, there's a couple of Prince fans that are really bad. From what I've seen, the community is pretty good, but they have all their flaws as much as the Michael community. So let's just say that Michael fans are nowhere near they have their differences. Every fan community has a difference. And then, like I said, I don't really bring up fan community stuff, but for the purpose of this, I'm as a fan of Star Wars are the worst fans. Yeah, from what I'm hearing, they are not good. So yeah. But back to Michael for this. So I joined back in 2018. It was July the 8th. I remember making that was the very first time I made the fan account. Um I remember making the fan page, and I me getting some people on there and liking the stuff, and I remember going live with people around that same week. I went live with this one guy named King of Pop 60. I don't know if this guy is even around anymore, but this man was awesome to the point where we kept talking. Um, he would sing a bunch of Michael songs. We would dance. I would tell him you know, guess the song I played. He would literally go out and to like restaurants, and there was this one live stream where he was in I think he was in some type of diner, and there was like, like the jukeboxes that played the music, right? And he wanted to play "Wanna Be Starting Something," but he was going nuts because he probably put in the Akon, no, he put in the Akon version to I think it was like, put in the Akon version, and then he was like, "Oh, what is this? What is this? I wanted the regular one," because I think you had to put like a coin or something, and it would play the song full through. You couldn't change it. So that was a fond memory I have. I remember him putting up a video on his page of him dancing on a cruise ship to "Rock with You." I remember this. He was on some like talent show, and he was dancing as Michael there, and he was a cool guy. He was a cool guy. I remember meeting a bunch of people that I don't really talk with anymore. Either they just flat out blocked me, or they don't talk to me anymore because they think I'm still the Michael guy, which is stupid. This goes for both ways. People who've left the community who don't want to talk to me anymore because they think I'm the MJ guy. I understand how you would feel about that to other people, but when it comes to me, I ain't playing with that because it's like I'm way more than a Michael Jackson guy. I may not portray it enough, which is probably why they probably distanced, but or just the fact that I just wanted to make friends and I would get a return and say I'm creepy and to online, because I'm texting people that I don't know. I know it's weird, but if it's an online fan base and I'm getting people that follow me on your fucking page, why not start a combo, make friends? I was never really good with in-person friendships because I'm socially awkward as shit. So the online environment sort of helped me. I think around the pandemic that helped a lot because I rebuilt myself as a person once and listen, the pandemic was terrible in every way, but there were a lot of pros because of the pandemic. I was able to actually talk to people with confidence. And now look at me. I'm talking to people with confidence in person. I got in-person friends. I got people that are from my college, and I got this one really cool friend, and he's a music fan as well. Like he loves Michael. He loves all the artists that are just iconic. But you look at topics like this and say like, "Dang, Joey, like this is like a lot," but and that made no sense. So back to I need my glasses. I need it. But I remember just going live and just seeing all these people um and how do I say this? Around that time it was like normal. 2018, it was normal. And then around early 2019, so yeah, nothing really happened like that in 2018 when it came to just the whole the whole thing. But dang, we had a lot more people last week. I don't know what's going on. Like people get 6 people on your. If you want, you can share it around. It would be much appreciated. But dang, I'm still gonna save this and everything. But as I was saying, in 2019, Leaving Neverland came out. The reason I bring up Leaving Neverland is because that was an event in the MJ community. This is something I would normally never bring up on the channel because it's stupid. I don't like bringing up things like that on my channel because people will find a way to make that relevant again with just even bringing it up. I thought we were the Michael community who's gonna honor his music. I understand like defending him is important, but I know people that bring it up like it's like it's the only thing Michael was represented, and that's for his allegations that are not even like the thing with that. And I'll go deep into the whole like why I don't bring up the allegations anymore. why I just stopped, because I don't bring it up anymore. And I'll tell you every reason why that does. And I remember when that came out, 2019. I remember that when that documentary came out, and I was in my bed. I was I was a fanatic. I was a diehard fanatic. I am not a fanatic anymore. I'm just telling you that right now. And I was in bed. My heart was beating. I couldn't function. I was crying, and it was a horrible time. It was a terrible time, and I wish that imagine if this happened. Imagine if Leaving Neverland happened now. I would have handled it a lot differently. I wouldn't be advertising it several times. I mean, I would tell people to, avoid it, stop watching it, or don't watch it. I mean, people still watched it, and I actually give credit to people who watched it. Actually, I might have wanted to say that. I might have wanted to tell people to watch it anyway, because if you're gonna watch it, then you're gonna get more information and more logic when you defend Michael. Because I know people that avoided that documentary, like they didn't want to watch it. They didn't, and I know people that watched it and sat through that. It was, and I watched it too. I watched it, and it was shit. The whole thing was hilarious. It was funny. The whole thing was absolutely funny. I remember watching it, and yeah, I was dying. I was dying because I knew it was bullshit. But back to that. I remember when Leaving Neverland was a thing. I encountered people, a lot of new people that I never even, you know, encountered. Like in 2017, I encountered, well, 2018 into 2019. 2019 is when I really was starting to watch this fucker. And this guy went by an American Scheme. So I still make fun of him with a bunch of YouTube friends. And this guy was making videos daily, making fun of Michael Jackson fans, proving that Diana Ross was Michael Jackson's actual mother, all this stuff. And the only reason I ever still give him attention is because he's John. He is insane. Like the guy is insane. And Matt, fun fact, Matt's FTR, who's in the chat right now, he was actually in Leaving Neverland. If he was featured in the documentary as a MJ fanatic who they took a video from like 2013 when Wade came out saying he was abused, and yeah. So I met Matt through here. Yeah, through the MJ fucking YouTube's shit. So he was one of the people I also was watching in 2019. So when his video came out about him being in the movie. So yeah. Not gonna lie, I kind of Leaving Neverland, but at the same time I didn't. I was conflicted after I watched it. Yeah. So yeah, nobody switched my words. Yep, that's what the MJ fans would do. Even if you say one thing and then change it. No, you meant the other thing. That's just people in general. People do that. But we're going in order. I also encountered a lot of people. I'll name a few. In 2018, I came across Jackson Passion, who doesn't really do the Michael stuff anymore, and I respect that wholeheartedly. And I really, really support what she's doing. She's not like she's just living a life. She has a PhD. She's doing a lot of work stuff right now. Like she's a busy woman, and I think that's what a lot of people need to realize, is that there's so much more to life than just doing this whole thing. And that's why I haven't really been active with videos as I used to. And you can tell like my upload schedule has been pretty light as of lately. And just the whole like, okay, it's just a bunch of stuff like in the way, because like I mentally, physically, emotionally and sexually cannot do this anymore. No. Someone's gonna get the joke. Someone's gonna get the joke. Um damn, I feel bad. Um but the whole shit. Wow, that just came out. That just came out. Bro, that just came. Oh god. Bro, I fucking failed that shit. No, but seriously, I seriously, like I mentally can't do this all the time. Like there's a That's one thing about the micro community, right there. That don't. Okay. Anyway. Oh my god. Oh, let's just pretend y'all didn't hear that. I am not editing that out. I am not editing that out. Woo-wee. Okay. So yeah. Basically, 2019 was also the year I made my very first YouTube video on this channel. And it was a video of me trashing on Leaving Neverland. I was trashing on Leaving Neverland, doing the same old fanatical bullshit, death threats, all that, just the drone, I was slamming, I was basically using all the buzzwords like hater or moon, all that stuff. I was quoting Michael like most of the time, saying, "Oh, he would slit his wrist before he would do," like shit like that. And I look back and I'm like, "Dang, I don't act like this anymore." I don't act like this anymore, and I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, yeah, that was fun times, right? And then I got a bunch of people saying I was I had a very big fan page at the time. Leaving Neverland was unfortunately the reason I got like 10,000 followers in one shot. Not in one shot, but like through like those months. Like I remember when the documentary came out, because I was posting up on a daily. I was posting like crazy reels. Were going. I know reels were not introduced yet. So that was all just. But I remember around that time I got 10,000 on my page, and I was using hashtags. I remember fans going at me when I kept using the hashtag Leaving Neverland on my post because they thought I was advertising the documentary, which was not true. This is one that this kind of started the whole like, okay, the fans are taking my stuff out of context, which is contradictory to Michael Jackson's whole thing, because y'all say do your research, understand, ma'am, but you're not understanding other people, which is a thing that the big popular people, but I'm not popular. I don't, because like let me refrain from using that word. Popular. Nobody in the MJ community is popular. Uh, unlike who would you say is like popular in the MJ community? I would say just big like big impersonators, like Rodrigo is very popular in Brazil. Um, Trapson was popular. I mean, he's kind of letting it low with the content now. He's just living life, focusing on himself. He's been doing that like ever since the when he had that thing with E Casanova. So he's been really taking care of himself, and he's distancing himself from the traps and stuff every now and then. He's kind of he's coming back to it as of lately, but he's he's doing his thing. I appreciate that. But I understand. Fabio Jackson, yeah, he's popular on TikTok. But a lot of people who are big like that, or people who just have a following at least, have to go through things like people taking your stuff out of context. And I had that situation. I don't want to name any other, like, any more names, but there were people like saying, I was buying my followers, and they were making a bunch of Photoshop stuff. And I remember making a video in 2019 of me mocking the Neverland statement, which was, I think, one of the worst things that I did ever in the MJ community, because that was like around, because I think now I kind of understand why people were saying, "Oh, you're connecting this with Michael Jackson," but then that's when people were also throwing, things like, Joey's a colorist, he's a racist. Why does he only like white Michael? You know, all this stuff. And then I laugh at that now, because it's some stupid online drama. And now, like, whenever I bring this stuff up, nothing will cause an uproar unless you were to personally direct message me and say a bunch of stupid lies. That It's funny because as of lately, you're not going to believe the last time people brought this up and saying, "Oh, I recreated the Neverland statement back in 2019." The only thing that I did, like, I understand. um, I did, I quoted the whole, like, don't treat. Did I say like that one thing? I don't know what. Oh, I know what I did. So I started the video by saying, "I am doing well and I am strong," as if he did in the 2019 video, in the Neverland statement. But that was a terrible defense. And then I also remember going live around that same time, screaming at a response video that same person made, saying, "I bought my followers. I only do this for likes, and I'm a colorist." So that was thrown into a whole video. And I remember he was tagging a bunch of people to just get me down, get this guy, the Joey trash can, all that stuff. And around the same time, no, this is not. This is 2019. We're still in 2019, and this is kind of like the jump start to, like, people knowing Joey in the MJ world. Because back then, people only knew me for Nintendo stuff. And there are some people that look back and say, "Dang, there are a few people in the MJ community that have watched the Joey Tastic stuff." Like Jade and Bade was something I used to do with my brother. It was like a skit thing. The Mario plush videos that I still have over here, by the way. I might do another one of those. I keep saying that, but that never happens. But it's funny talking about these things like years later, because now, like, it's just funny. Everything's just funny, you know. And then just all the stuff I made the stupid response video. And what's funny is that people were bringing this stuff up last year. And I keep saying, this is not me anymore. This is the past. I don't recreate the Neverland statement anymore. And then I was basically like, the rest of that video was original. Like, it wasn't like me reciting the whole net, but it was based on it. I was wearing red. I was sitting down. I was quoting some of the lines, you know. But then, come 2020, we deal with the pandemic. And I remember being pretty active around that time, and that was also around the time I started Moonwalking Kingdom. The actual videos started in 2020. I remember, you know, getting on a bunch of those. It was getting on, live streams and other YouTubers. I remember around the documentary 2019, Jackson Passion was doing streams, and she got like 100 something people on there. I remember just when fan pages were going like that's when people were a lot more active. I mean, people are active now, but it seems like those 2018 fans have moved on. They moved on. They live lives. They're not doing it anymore. Lisa's still here, though. Lisa Hot Street, she's still here. She's going to convention soon, along with a couple other people. Red Jackson did that recent interview with the that Jimmy guy. Uh, he's also going. But the also around 2020 is when I was introduced to MJ Pervs. Okay, so there was this page in the name of MJ's Wild Paradise. Have you heard of this page? They have a different account now, and I believe she follows me on somewhere. But this was a page that was very well known. I remember people were saying, "Report MJ's Wild Paradise, report this," because the page was basically drawings of Michael Jackson naked with like a bunch of animals. Like it was like in the jungle and he was naked. I remember when this whole thing, I remember people were like, let's get this. And then the Paris Jackson hate was spans for years. That's another thing that people kept going at as kids for the stupidest reasons. It either can be the whole biological versus non-biological stuff. Just Paris not acknowledging Michael. I did a stream about this, and I was defending Paris because she does not deserve any of this. Still, from people that go at her for not honoring her father. Okay, like I wouldn't be honoring my dad every single day. That's stupid. That is stupid. And I even said, if I don't wish Michael a happy birthday next year, don't be surprised. That doesn't mean I don't like him anymore as a fan. Like what what? And another issue I had was people not really looking at me. People just saw me as the MJ guy. There are probably people in this chat that probably just watch me for Michael Jackson and they don't want to learn more about me. We have people. I think the people that are on here obviously know me for me. I didn't post for Victory Day this year simply because I don't have to do it every year. I know he's innocent. I don't have to do it every year. Same thing with June 25th. Well, June 25th. Like I do June 25th every year. Simply because that's like that. Like that's the day he died. That's a different. But you just because you don't post for occasions like that doesn't mean that you hate him all of a sudden, right? Like some of these people have to make like assumptions and all this. But yeah, 2020 pandemic, all that, people were going crazy, elections, the BLM stuff was going on, very divisive and fan community. I remember just, it was incredibly divisive. A lot of drama was going on for many, many things. And then just the whole wrap up of 2020. I was meeting a bunch of I only want you for MJ. You suck. Fuck you. Okay. But 2020 was, like I said, I started making all my videos. And then come 2021, I was just, all that 2021, 2022, really nothing major happening. I mean, obviously people were throwing my name out of context and those videos stopped. But a few things were, reaching on to Twitter. They were trying to cancel me from like an old video from like 2020 of me like watching that an MJ parody, and I was laughing at it. I wasn't laughing at it. I was laughing because it was stupid. And then people were saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing disrespectful," because I'm not one of those people, And it's funny because that video was surfaced, I think, back in 2019. No, 2019, 2020. And then it was brought up again this year. It's like, and one thing I never understood about people is that they bring up situations that are old, but then they make it relevant again, as if like you just did that. And that's happened to me many times in this. Um, but now I I noticed that when my fan page got disabled, when my fan page got disabled back in 2022, I would say, I think the my 4 or 5, I think 455 got hacked in 2021 after I clicked on that link. I remember clicking on a link and the page got hacked. I remember when that happened. And then I remember making the new page, which was actually my brother's, and he gave it to me. Um, he gave it to me, and that page was successful. And then about 4 months ago, that page got disabled, and now I've been since on my Moonwalking Kingdom page, which has been better than the fan page because I remember going live on the old fan page, and I had a lot of randoms come on, and there was one person that was like, you're not Michael, and I'm gonna contact Taj and the Jackson family, and I'm going to report you. I am not kidding, guys. I am not kidding. Not kidding. Oh yeah, 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 like this comment right here, yeah. But it's the worst community I've ever been a part of. Because remember, there's many different sides with the MJ community. There's the Twitter fans, which are the worst of the bunch. There are the Instagram fans, which are actually fine. YouTube is like all over the place. Um, and then the what was the TikTok, which are a bunch of kids who love to fantasize over him and worship him, make the edits and stuff. There's a lot of edits that are great, like those type of edits, like the ones that are kind of like the 30-second ones with the clips and the certain song selected. Diss talk. Um, and then the whole like impersonation bullshit, and But for those who do know me, like me, they know that I'm a good person. They know that I'm a loyal fan. They know that I also am a Disney person, a theme park person, or a wrestling fan, or a music guy, or just video game. All this that defines who I am. And I think that's one thing that people gotta realize. I did so much for Michael Jackson. It's not even funny. Like, what else should I do? I have the Planet Michael stuff, but that's really it. Like, I have a couple videos like planned, but those are all going to come out when I have the time. Stuff like this can't get done right away. But I know that you guys aren't going to ask, or there's a lot of no one really asks like when videos are coming. No one really asks like things like that. So I just assume it's either they're not rushing me, or two, they just don't care. They just don't care about the channel because I probably need to do things better for the channel too. Because I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think my channel production is not that great. I think there are so many better ways that I should present myself. Uh, professionally. There's a lot of things that this channel needs to work on, and plus, the only reason why I have 18,000 subscribers is because the shorts get very popular, and these people that subscribe to the channel are not active at all. So don't be happy when I hit 20,000 subscribers because these people are not active. Like, we have 13 people, there should be like 50 on here, or 100, or right more than that. There should be more than 13 people watching this. So and yeah, YouTube is definitely a hobby, and just the being in a fan community is a hobby. There are people that literally devote this as it's like their second job. They're like, okay, if you're being paid for it, then I mean, you also get the whole like, oh, these people like to make money off of Michael. Like people just like they'll say this for YouTubers who are just making videos because of YouTube. Because they want to be on YouTube. They want an annual income. They all want this. And then they say things like, oh, listen, the detail has made a few videos that were kind of like, what the hell? But I'm not gonna go at and attack them and do all this stuff because I will admit some of their videos are very good. Some of the videos are very honest. They treat Michael like a human being. Not all the time, but not all the time. Some of their videos have been like way too far. There was a video they did about the I don't want to bring it up. I do think I do think their merch is very good. I do think that theme park video they did was very good. Yeah, like I said, some of the details videos are very questionable. Yes, 100%. But that doesn't mean I can't like them as a person or just because like we can simply not agree with something of a person. As long as that person is fair to you, as long as that person is nice to you, I don't give a crap. But if you're gonna do something to me that I don't approve, then I'm not that. If I give you enough chances, if I've given you a limit, then no. Like there are a couple people that I just don't like to associate with, like types of people I don't like to associate with. Um, who simply just give me a just give me negative energy. I don't want any more negative energy. I've been sticking with positive energy throughout, and it's just every time I step in and I talk, it's all positive energy at the end of the day. Matt's bringing up everybody simply. I never really gotten anything with Simply Jackson, but from what I've heard, he's a terrible guy. Like honestly, I haven't really seen anything recent off of that guy. So I can't really have anything like recent to say, but from things that he did like in the past, yeah. Um I do want to make a video about reasons I don't like the MJ community, but again, I would want to do that when I'm confident enough to do that because a lot of the reasons are pretty controversial in certain degrees because not a lot of them are mine. A lot of them came from different people. So it's gonna be more like a discussion type thing, where it's like, okay, here's all the reasons why I don't like it. I already made a video on why I liked the MJ community, but it's not many reasons. There's reasons to like about it, but there's a lot of reasons to not like about it. But that video was not coming right away because I want to focus on Planet Michael. I want to focus on Planet Michael. I want to focus on stuff for my end. I want to focus on school. I want to focus on work. I have things I just have to prioritize, like I mentioned. But thoughts on ECAS. I'm not going to respond to that simply because the thing that happened back in 2020 is not even that relevant anymore. As an impersonator, he does look like him. He does have that bad era look. I will admit he does a very good job with that. And more Lego, but I slide my way to making the albums. I mean, you also do New Edition and other artists as well. So you're not even just a Michael creator. Recently, I got into Prince, so that's another thing I want to talk about. Prince and MJ, these two often get compared a lot, And I know a lot of MJ fans are like, I don't like Prince because he's not Michael. Or I don't like Freddie Mercury because he's not Michael. Oh, Michael's more popular than all of them. Nobody can do it like Michael. Well, what about Janet? Well, what about Janet? Janet Jackson is the reason why Michael did the Dangerous album. Let's just hold that. You know, Janet fans like to say Janet was a better dancer than Michael. My Michael fans say the same thing. Michael's better dancer than Janet. I hate comparing siblings. I hate it. I despise every minute. I despise every minute of it because it's stupid. They're both talented. Same thing with Michael and Prince. Same thing with Michael and Stevie Wonder. You can say Stevie Wonder. The MJ fans don't give Janet credit at all. They do, but they don't. When Janet's documentary came out back in January of last year, all fans were saying, Michael. That's all they were saying. But I absolutely disregarding or discrediting Janet. But meanwhile, like I said, I used to do this stuff. I used to only bring up Michael when, things like that happened. I used to bring up Michael only like when someone died, like Kobe Bryant or Chadwick Boseman, or I remember Matt can tell you this, but I'll tell you. I remember when Robin Williams died, fans were sending him. They were happy he died. Fans were happy he died because he made jokes about Michael Jackson. Goes to show you how evil certain people can be in this. Sure, you might not agree with what a person says. Same thing with like the artist that turned on Michael for Leaving Neverland. Sure, I might not agree with what Paul McCartney or Elton John said about Michael, but I can't disregard anything, and I still need to admit that they are legends. People might not like Elton John, but he is he is an artist that people like, or they'll call him an icon. They'll call him an icon just as we call Michael an icon. Every artist has their fan base that they call this person an icon. But I don't look at it like that. I look at people, if you're an icon, you're an icon. Michael Jackson, icon. Freddie Mercury, icon. The Beatles, they're all icons. The Beatles are all icons, all of them. You look at music, like Sugarfoot said it best. Sugarfoot was basically saying, we can't do this. Just listen to the music. We're just hearing the music. That's all that we got to do. My computer is literally about to die, so I'm going to relocate a different room. So just give it 30 seconds. I'm going to put the thing on right now. Give me 1 second. MJ Fandom Award. Oh, it's the MJ Fandom Awards picture I see over there. That is hilarious. Oh my God. Let me get rid of this whole setup here. But yeah, at this point, man, I really don't care what happens when it comes to, people not agreeing with me. You can not agree with me, but I also won't be surprised if someone takes that and says, "You're not a real Michael fan. You're a fake fan." You're a fake fan. Also, you're a fake fan for not liking Invincible. Oh, don't get me started with those people. Don't get me started with those people. Oh my God. But I learned not to care. I learned just to have a mindset where you just don't you don't mind when people go at you for something that if you believe that you didn't do anything wrong, then you're gonna have for but fucking god, I stutter so much. But if you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, then yeah, stick by it. But I learned not to care to even interact with people anymore when it comes to arguments or confrontation or anything, because it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's affecting your time. I confront people only when I have to. But other than that, I don't really stand by that because I just don't see that that's the way to handle a situation. You only confront. I mean, I know people that confront people because they just don't care. They want to have fun with it. But to me, I don't see that. I don't see confronting someone that's attacking you, even if you're the one attacking them. I don't feel that's a way to solve a situation. I think the best way to handle it is through messages or even just calling somebody or just not even if you don't like that person, then don't I've had people block me because of stupid things that I some for some people I refuse to even know why they blocked me. Some people just straight up block me. Can you just talk to me? Can you tell me what I did wrong first and then we could plan it out? People don't like to solve conflict. They just resolve conflicts. They avoid it. They avoid doing this. I'm a type of person that I talk to the person. I talk to the person first. That's something I've always done. Whatever it's. But then I always get something negative in return. But again, this doesn't really happen anymore. I'm talking about the past. But we look at the present, and I'm so much more happier than ever. I'm so much more open, and I'm so much more like a lot of the stuff I would never bring up 2 years ago. I would never bring any of this up. Um, when this whole when the pandemic was going on, or the first time, this is stuff that this is like I've never told this to you all before. And you know it's the truth, it's honest, it's these are things that we look at and back. Is it back? 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 Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is it good? Is it good? Put a thumbs up or just a I can hear you in the comments. The computer died. I forgot to put a I forgot to charge it. Okay, good. All right. But yeah, I'm not going to be on here that much longer because again, there's just not enough people for me to even continue. But I'm saving this and I'll just say, this has nothing to do with it, but Beat It is close to 1 billion, and we're gonna do the live countdown for that when that hits around 999 million. so that you guys can just see it hit a billion right away, as opposed to me just setting the stream up for a couple days or a couple weeks. But I might even start at 995 or 996 because I know the Thriller is pretty far away into getting 1 billion. It's at 932, and they're doing the whole thing on Twitter right now for that. But we'll just have to see what's going on. We need to get Thriller to number one to prevent Drake from being my. Okay, this is another thing I want to talk about. And a lot of y'all probably not going to be like, this is like a part of the whole like reason I don't really like to compare artists, because you know they it's here's how I see it. Michael is dead. He's been dead for 2009. So obviously Michael Jackson's an icon. Let's be real. But when I see people break records, I'm not surprised. When Michael Jackson was famous, he was beating everybody's records. But the only reason why you got people like Taylor Swift or The Weeknd or Drake are beating his records is because they're current artists. I keep bringing this up on multiple occasions. And the reason Thriller Challenge was unsuccessful last year was because Taylor Swift dropped her album. Midnights. Was it Midnights? Yeah, it was Midnights. And looking how big Taylor Swift is, especially here in America, I mean, because I know The Weeknd is global. The Weeknd is 100% global. Taylor Swift, it seems like she's only known here in America. I'm pretty sure there are people that know of her in other countries. But when it comes to like Michael Jackson, everyone knows who Michael Jackson is. There are people that aren't even fans, and they'll obviously know the name Michael Jackson. Like, let's be real. Thriller never got number one. That's what they're trying to do. They were trying to do this last year. It didn't happen because of Midnights. I do think the commitment to get 1 billion for Thriller, it's gonna happen. We'll see what happens when it comes to it coming out or during Halloween. Just get it for Halloween. Oh, okay. Y'all love Taylor Swift in the Philippines, yeah. So yeah, again, it's like, I mean, Taylor Swift is big. I mean, I don't think she's the next Michael Jackson. Everyone says that for everybody. I'm pretty sure James Brown fans back in the day were probably disappointed when people were saying Michael Jackson was the next James Brown. But James Brown loved Michael Jackson. This man adored him. In Europe, yeah, no, Europe doesn't care about Swift. I know there's a bunch of, and also the only reason why Offset is getting a bunch of love right now is because of the Michael references. Because I know like a lot of Michael fans don't really like. They'll say the new music's not good. Michael is better than all of them. That, think about it. That's the only reason why Offset's getting love right now is because of him showing support to Michael Jackson. And I'm not even the biggest of Offset fans. I respect what he's doing. I love what he's doing. But yeah. Yeah, because there was no social media. But I'm pretty sure there was still a bunch of wars. I remember, not wars, but just controversy that was outside of social media. I remember when the Bad album dropped, there was a lot of drama regarding his appearance. Oh yeah, yep. Fans were also saying that. Yep, fans were also saying that they were tired of Offset were pretending to be Michael Jackson or copying Michael Jackson. But then you have the side of fans. They're like, I love what Offset's doing. He's wearing a bunch of Michael Jackson stuff. And also, you don't see a lot of artists wear Michael clothing every single time they appear, because it seems like that's the case right now with Offset. And that's probably why people are even bringing it up, is because you don't really see a lot of artists do that. No, wear a Michael thing and like the wear the what he wore in the Grammys and all that stuff. They don't, that's like new. But dang, I covered a lot today. Oof. I'm gonna make a part 2 to this, but I probably won't, because things like this are not really that common on my channel. Just to even let's say put this out, but I might go live on Instagram, or I know I'm probably gonna be done for the night. I'm probably done for the night. Auditions 18 to 34. Oh, this is for the. I just got a message on the musical has some new audition stuff for the West End run. MJ alternate, MJ in middle, Michael standby. So yeah, because they're still casting people, it seems, for the West End. I think the Miles Frost has been confirmed to do the. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm talking about. MJ the musical. I remember when fans were saying it was gonna suck, but nope, it was amazing. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I was specifically referring to music artists, but yeah. And then you have Seth Rollins, who's in WWE. WWE. I'm a wrestling fan. He comes in with these very like elaborate, colorful. There's a lot of lavish. Like they're very like. He has a very interesting style of clothes he chooses from to enter the ring. And one night or multiple nights, he was wearing the gold pants, the History Tour gold pants, which is crazy, which is unbelievable. And then I think one night he was wearing the 85. I think he wore something from 85. I think it was like SummerSlam 2021. I think he wore this. But yeah, he's worn a bunch of Michael stuff, and then he obviously wears some other things. Like I remember in Hell in a Cell 2022, he dressed up as Dusty Rhodes. It was the funniest thing ever, because it was against Cody. So that was fun. Anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna head off. And just it was a lot. We covered a lot today. And honestly, I just think that everything that I said, these are things that these are things that are just funny now. Like obviously, like my life in the MJ community, it's obviously something that all right, we're leaving. All right, I have to go anyway. I have to go anyway, guys. So you're probably gonna have to see me in another video soon. So y'all take care. Bye bye.